everyone, welcome to Kelly's Creative Dream Studios, and today we have another cabinet card project for our May Color Challenge. Remember, we're working with a Blushing Bride, Cherry Cobbler color, Pear Pizzazz, and a So Saffron. Those are Stampin' Up! Colors, but if you have any colors similar to those, feel free to pull them out. Also, remember, you only have to use 3 of the 4 colors in your color challenge item, and you can make anything that you want. You do not have to do cabinet cards. You can make a different tag every week if you want, or do a full art journal page using those colors. You don't have to do the cabinet cards. The idea is just to take those colors as an inspiration and run with them into something that you want to create. Okay, so we've been doing the cabinet cards, and I'll do a quick recap here really quick of the ones that we've made so far. And I am really enjoying these, I gotta tell you. But we had this one. Slide this over here, and we have this one. It's our wedding photo. We had this one from the garden. And then we had this one of the sisters. So, here we go with week number 5. And we're working with this layout. Now, the difference with this one is all of my layouts so far have had the photo running vertical. This one runs horizontal. Now, I did have some horizontal pictures in those digital collections. It was just finding one that I could crop down small enough to fit in a 5-inch space, because remember, my cabinet card bases are 5 by 7. So this is what I went with. And let me deconstruct what I've been working on. So there's my 5 by 7 base. And I'm going to lay this under here so you can see how this goes together. Okay. Now to do this here, I used a 3/4 inch circle punch, and I punched circles from green and yellow. And here was the tip. To get them all lined up right, I put down one strip of double-sided tape right along the edge, and then I laid the second one down here right next to it. That provided me with a bump here, a curb, to line up my circles. And the other thing that I did, let me find me a scrap here that I can punch from, is after I punched my circle out of each of those colors, I took and just snipped off just a hair to give me a flat space. And then I used this for a template for trimming off all the other circles so they'd match. Okay? And then, so as I get things not sticking to me, and then I used a piece of the floral that we've been doing, which brings in the cherry cobbler. And now I'm going to take my double-sided tape off of that, take the curb off, and then I have one on the other side too. And that's my adhesive for this one. And make sure my circles are going the right direction. Now this is a little bit long for this page, and I did that intentionally. I would rather trim off than be too short. So I can come back here with this, come in with my scissors, and trim that off flush, just like that. Okay? Then the other thing, if I can get this to quit sticking to my finger, then we have this. So now we need to bring in the photo. So I mounted the photo, I trimmed it again with the scissors, and actually this photo had that jaggedy edge on it, but I needed to trim it down to fit in the 5 by 7. So I cut it back off, and then I layered it on a piece of the cherry cobbler. And then I'm gonna use the double-sided tape for this one too. Put that glue away. Get out my tape runner. Just like this. Didn't get that very close to the edge, did I? Okay. Now this is a little high. It's a little closer to the top than it is the bottom. So I'm going to come up here. And I don't have a lot of room. And go right there. Okay, they have a piece of paper across here. I chose to use the frayed ribbon from Stampin' Up! And we have a ribbon, they have a ribbon adhesive. It's called Ribbon and Card Stamp and Seal. So instead of getting out my craft glue for this one, I'm going to go ahead and run this, and I think I want to run it on the ribbon. I think I can do that. Just like that. And I'm going to run a double strip there, because this stuff is supposed to be strong enough to hold that. Now, if I was to pull that, this ribbon would fray. So I'm just going to snip that off. Now, it doesn't go all the way to the edge of the paper. It only goes to the edge of this border strip here. So I'm going to lay that right there. And yes, it was another one that I left it a little longer than I really needed. Apparently, I'm missing some adhesive there. So let's come back in with that Stamp and Seal, smoosh that down, use my ribbon scissors to trim that off, and that might go in a cluster somewhere. We'll toss it over in the snack jar, and I'm going to come back here like this. Apparently it didn't attach to the ribbon as well. It needed to be on that. Oh boy, I got that too far down. Let me see if I can pull this up and bring it up there. I think I can make that work. Okay, anytime you get adhesive somewhere that you don't want, and you can either try taking it off with an eraser, with the adhesive eraser. There we go. Or you can dust it with some baby powder. Okay, now I've also made my circles. I used a 1-inch circle punch in Very Vanilla. I had this floral punch, which was 7/8, and did that in the Cherry Cobbler. And then I added the Recollections pearls to this one. And I'm going to take, and I'm going to put glue on this one. This one I am going to use glue. And it's going to go right in here. Now you'll notice on this layout, they've used buttons. I eliminated the buttons on this one. Didn't need the buttons. But I am going to put adhesive on the back of this flower. Totally had to clean out my glue bottle the other day. And I'm going to hold that in place for just a minute. And while I'm holding that one, I used the medium daisy punch from Stampin' Up, as well as this one, and another one of the pearls, and I did the flower for up here in the corner. And we'll go ahead and we'll put that one in place. Just like that. Okay. Now while that's drying, I'm going to move this off to the side a minute and show you what I did for this part here. This is my piece for here. What I did was, I used this decorative label punch from Stampin' Up. It's an older punch. And I got to get past that edge. And I only punched part of it, because I didn't want something that big. So I came back just a little bit above the halfway point on the punch. And did that. And now that one can go in the garbage. I'm getting really good at not saving little bitty pieces. Okay, then I'm going to take a piece of Post-it. And with the sticky, I'm going to put it on here. And this will let me guide. Actually, I need to go this way. This way, I think. This will let me guide my piece back in there. Hold it where it needs to go. And it's really fine. You know what? I need to take that section off, that little burr, where it was folded for another project. I need to take that off. Then I can come back in, line this back up down here on this part. Am I going the right direction? Yeah, this way. This way. tremors are not letting me put that where I need it to go. There we go. And I'm going to kind of come back to that halfway point again and punch that out, just like that. Now, you'll notice we don't have that perfect little burr on the end, but I can come back in with my scissors and just kind of round that off, just like that. And then I have a smaller label using a larger punch, okay? I'll close that up so it'll stack over here out of my way. Now I have some, I may not be able to put anything on here just yet because I'm going to look and see what I've got for rub-ons over here. Still getting to my stamps is not necessarily an option. I could take this one apart and just put memories on there. Will memories fit? Memories? Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, it's going to be close. That one I know it won't fit. It'd have to be that one. Let's see what our other options is. Untold Stories. Heritage won't fit. A Heritage E won't even come close. Okay, those all look like they're going to be a little big. I'm looking at these stickers, see if there's anything in here that would work. Nope, too artsy. Too artsy, so I'm going to use Memories. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut it out. And actually, I think this is just a sticker. It's not a rub-on, now that I think about it. So I'm going to cut this as close down as I can so that it will fit on that label. Really scrunch it in there. Okay. And that is just going to fit. Just going to fit. Now, if you need to get a hold of your sticker back, take you a straight pin, and I use a ball straight pin, and come in underneath of there and just kind of slide that in between the layers, just like that. And then we can come in here. Perfect. Perfect. I keep a little cup over here, a little medicine cup with a sponge in it, and I keep some pins in here, so I've always got one handy. Okay, so let's bring our page back in. We brought in, and I don't know what happened there. I think it was something in the photo, because it's not scuffed. But I've got my side here, where I've got my 3 colors, brought in some ribbon for texture, and then I have this. But instead of putting it up here on the ribbon, I think it will. I don't know. I think maybe I do like it up there on the ribbon. Let's do that. Let's give it a little dusting of color first, so it will pop. So I'll come back in with my, we've been using the soft suede because that's the color of the cardstock that we have, that we're using for the bases. I've been using my ink, and then I'm going to come back in here. Do that just like that. Hold that just a minute, let it attach to that fabric. And there is our cabinet card for this week. Back in here and snip this ribbon off. We have one more week of cabinet cards, and then we're going to start talking about, for the month of June, we're going to be visiting with Jody Defy. I have lots of projects picked out, and we're going to be doing something new, but we're still going to be incorporating our colors for next month. So you're going to want to make sure you come back and play with that one. And it's going to be something that I hope everybody will craft along with, because it will be a specific project. we are going to be doing a journal. So I hope that you'll come back and play along with that one. In the meantime, we have one more cabinet card coming up. And I'll tell you, I want to do this picture. But my sister has a really cool stencil that I don't think Maddie sells anymore, and I cannot find a stencil with a compass on it. So I wanted to use the compass because of the Navy man here. So I may have to come up with something different. We'll see. But that's a photo I really want to play with. So in the meantime, remember, like, share, subscribe, and if I can get back into Pinterest, I will link you to this. I may have to just go straight to that, to her website, gotsketch.blogspot.com. And I will see you back here Friday when we do another little play during our premiere. Remember, premieres run at 11:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Friday mornings here on my channel. We have a video uploaded that we're watching, and we're in the chat room visiting, so plan to come back for that too. Creative blessings.